So let's go through that. The first one is integrity. Now, how many of you think that integrity is vital to being an effective leader? Raise your hand. Okay. Now, who would like to define the word integrity for me? Okay.
Doing the right thing even when nobody's watching.
Okay. Anyone else have a different definition?
Having a strong moral system.
Anyone have a different definition?
Like not contradicting yourself, like believing what you believe and not going back on that.
Okay.
Not letting like different situations change your outlook on life.
Okay. All of those have to do with integrity, but none of those are integrity. Integrity is all of those things and much more. The reason I did that is because I wanted to point out something. When I said, how many of you think that integrity is important? Every one of you raised your hand. When I said, who wants to define it? Everyone kind of looked around like, because then it clicked. All of a sudden it realized, I'm not exactly sure what that word means. You see, it means something different to every single person. So I want to come up with a definition of integrity that we can all take home and we can all understand what the word is really talking about. Because we as adults, and then you, as you're becoming adults, we have this bad habit of throwing out big words that we really don't know what they mean. I remember talking to my kids when they were young, and I would say, you know what? You need to take more responsibility. Your parents ever said that to you? Okay? And what did you do? When your parents said, you need to take more responsibility, you probably went like this, okay. Because you realized if you move your head this way, your parents shut up, right? Okay? But what's interesting is I can go into an elementary school and I can say, how many of you have had your parents say, you need to take more responsibility? And they'll all raise their hand. And I'll say, how many of you can tell me, what does it mean to take more responsibility? What does the word responsibility mean? Not a single hand will go up. They don't know. It's just something they realize if they shake their head this way, their parents stop talking. Okay? And so we go through and we define it and say, okay, you don't understand what responsibility is. Let's really define the word. Let's break it apart. It's a combination of two words, response and ability. What is an ability?
It's sort of like a skill that you can do, like
Exactly. It's something you can do. An ability is something you can do it. You have the ability to do it, right? So an ability is that. Now, what's a response? Your action to something, right? Your action to something. It's a response. It's not spontaneous, but it's a response. Something happens and you respond, right? So here's what the word responsibility means. The word responsibility simply means that you have the ability to respond, period. That's all it means. You have the ability to respond. So, are you responsible for cleaning your room? Do you have the ability to clean your room? Then you have the ability to respond. You are responsible. Are you responsible for feeding your dog? Do you have the ability to feed the dog? Then you are responsible for feeding the dog. You can only be responsible for those things that you have the ability to do. Are you responsible for world peace? No, because you do not have the ability to accomplish world peace. You have the ability to do your part, but you are not responsible for the overall. You see what I'm saying? You have to have the ability to respond. That's what the word responsibility means. Now, let's talk about integrity and let's understand what integrity means.